How do you get everyone, or at least majority of your faculty and staff, to believe in a VSU mission? Because one of my mentors once told me is that a good business, a good CEO, anybody who just has a good organization is someone who's able to get people to believe in a mission. Right? Because if they just believe in you, it's like, all right, they just believe in President Abdullah. But if they believe in the mission of Virginia State University, they understand everything wholeheartedly and they're working towards that. Right. How do you get that spirit, like that school spirit? Because I think VSU has that. Thank you. And how were you able to do that?
Wow, that's another good question. You're asking some great questions. Sheesh.
I'm just so curious.
I'll tell you this. I believe, and when I say I believe and I say it like that, I mean I know it might not be true. It just means I believe it, right? I believe that everyone who is here that believes in the work that they do, that they believe in Virginia State already, right? So my job isn't necessarily to convince people to believe in VSU. It's to let them know that I believe in the work that they do because it is VSU, right? If you're doing positive work here, if you're trying to help young people chase their dreams, then you're doing VSU's work. So if you believe in your work, now trying to help people understand that I want you to believe now in other people's work too, right? That you may not agree with them, but if you see that they're doing good work, believe in their work, even if you don't like them. And if you believe in your colleague's work, who's doing great work, well now, once you believe in your work and you believe in someone else's, you believe in VSU. That's it. It doesn't, it's not a magical thing because I'm not asking people to do things that they don't already want to do. The faculty, they want to teach and be great role models and mentors, the ones that care about the work that they do. So then the challenge is if you don't have someone who really appreciates the work that they do, is to tell them, to try to get them to appreciate their own work. And if they're, or heaven forbid, they're not the right people for the institution, try to find another place for them to work so they can believe in the work that they do, right? But just to tell people, I believe if you're working hard and you care about these kids, then I believe in the work you do. And if I believe in you, then you believe in VSU.
So what's the hiring process? Like, do people, to get hired, do they have to see you?
What's good, y'all? Are y'all having a hard time starting conversations in large rooms? Do you need to find more effective ways to draw attention to yourself without wearing a fancy outfit? I figured out a hack. You need some Financial Revolution merch. Everything is a staple piece that represents Black wealth. You are what you wear, so make sure you join the rest of the billionaires and get some FR merch. We have hoodies, sweatsuits, t-shirts, and much more. Make sure you visit www.financialrevolutionn.com and use code podcast for a special 10% off. Again, go to www.financialrevolutionn.com and use code podcast for a special 10% off. Let's get it, y'all.
Like,
not most people. Okay. You know, some people do, but not most.
Okay.
They generally have to meet with their supervisor. Sometimes their supervisor. So sometimes that's me. Sometimes it's not. Okay. I think they watch a video on HR, so I think they get to see me move around, but I don't think I.
Okay. Yeah. So for the most part, the hiring process is the supervisor, which would be like a dean or like
could
the
be
head
a dean or
of
director,
of that department.
That's right. That's
okay.
Right.
And so do you know all your employees?
Woo, you know, I was no. I know most, and if I'm honest, I knew more before COVID. COVID kind of slowed up. We hired a bunch of people during COVID and right after COVID, and I see people on campus now. I'm like, hey, it's nice to meet you. Like I've been here 3 years. Like, oh my, you know, so that makes me feel bad.
Which is understandable because it's many people, many moving parts.
It is, but I like people, so I like to know people, you know. And I think even before COVID, it was a point when I knew most of the students.
Yeah.
I know a lot of them now, but not as many as I used to.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But I would, just to give you another compliment, I do think like you have a great job at making your present, like making yourself feel present. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think it's anybody who doesn't know President Abdullah. Like, you're very friendly, you're out here with the students. Like, just to go viral with your president. Just for you to give me the opportunity to come here and sit with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, give me your time. Like, I appreciate that. Like, I think you do like a great job at that. Even in SGA, when we're like, hey, President Abdullah, like, we want to throw ice water on you. Like, and you're like, cool, when do you want me to be there? You know what I'm saying? I think that's super important, you know, and I think that's what makes you so cool as a president, you know?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. So cool. Throwing compliments my way.
It's so cool.
No, but I appreciate y'all.
Yes.
And I think part of it is